Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and today I am actually back with a channeling for all of you. These messages were revolving around in my mind since past few days now, reminding me again and again that I need to relay these messages for all of you. So what these messages actually are and why universe was emphasizing me, in other words, kept reminding me to bring these messages to all of you as soon as possible. These messages are about the justice that is going to get delivered in your favor for the injustices you had to experience or face coming from your soul counterpart, their mother, a toxic one, their friend, one specific one, or couple of who actually destroyed your connection to an extent there is no going around. By that I mean now you feel like the damage is irreversible because of these friends of theirs. Also, if there was involvement of another third person, your counterpart chose over you romantically, sexually, or just got married to, because of a very dominating, controlling, authoritative, arrogant, rude, stubborn, rigid, conceited, highly traditional father figure. So how you're going to get justice? What's going to happen here? For the mother figure and for this friend or these number of people who were their friends, who destroyed your spiritual soul connection by saying nasty, ugly, mean things about you, provoking and infuriating your counterpart against you so that they either lose their interest on you, in you, or in just your connection, or in other words, felt that they should be listening to their friends more than they should be giving or paying any attention to you and your connections. So first and foremost, we are going to talk about what's going to happen with this mother figure and with these group of friends, and then we are going to come to the father figure and the person they chose over you, or the person who came in between on purpose to turn your connection into a toxic mess, or to kick you out of your counterpart's life, to make sexual or illicit connection relationship with your counterpart, with the friends and with the mother figure. What's going to happen with these two people, these people, is that the way they have took away, or in other words, snatched away the only thing and the only person you loved the most in your life from the core of your heart, universe is going to take away the same exact thing, person, or anything as such that they really value, want, need, or wish to have in their life. For the mother figure, it's her only son that she is so desperately, obsessively, possessively clinging onto is going to get taken away from her. The friends or these group of people who were actually your counterpart's friends, some of them could actually still be in the picture at present, they're also going to experience some losses on an emotional level at first, in some cases bereavement as well, where someone they love truly and deeply is going to get taken away from them. Just like how they took away your twin, your soulmate, your soul counterpart from you and filled your life with pain, suffering, agony, anguish, and this negativity that you're going through at present. These people misused and abused their power, their position, and their authority for negative reasons in order to rule, have control, to manipulate things or your counterpart to get their way or get their things done in their expected or desired direction, which was not positive, which was not just, which was not right, which was extremely wrong, unfair, and cruel for anyone to do with any other human being or individual. So now, because the damage is beyond repair, if your counterpart really did you dirty because of these individuals and the pain you experienced cannot be undone, or now you cannot do anything to change that situation. So now this is the only way universe is going to deliver justice. Okay, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, it's going to be different for each and every one of you listening to me at present, but one thing is sure and certain, that this is going to happen. Certainly, it's imminent, it's on its way. Because these people crossed all of their limits, this channeling is going to apply in those of your cases where your counterpart or these people involved, who were involved, are extremely stubborn and they ignored all the warnings, all the signs, and they just ignored all the chances they received to change their attitude and behavior for good. So now, after losing or letting go of all of their chances and opportunities to bring in a positive change, this is what they're going to have to go through. And the damage that's going to happen is similarly going to be irreversible for them as well. They are going to be in as much pain as you were, or even more than that, because their problem was their attitude, their arrogance, their pride, their jealousy, their envy, and things as such. Okay, the mother figure is not going to be able to have this relationship with her son that she's desperately clinging on to or wants to have. She is or was possessively holding on to her son for very wrong reasons, and it cannot continue to happen like this forever. It cannot. You have no right to wreck another person's life like this just because you cannot make up your mind, or you cannot wrap your head around or mind around the fact that your son is not your possession. There are other people who are going to enter in your son's or your daughter's life by God's grace and blessings. And this connection was something like that. Not was, is. This connection is there in between both of you ever since the beginning. Okay, she just gave birth to the physical body of your counterpart. The soul belongs to you. The soul belongs actually to the source, not to her. Not just only to you. Both of your souls belong to each other, but above all, beyond that, both of you belong to the divine, including the mother figure, the friends, the father figure, that other person who destroyed your connection by coming in between. All of you belong to the Almighty Source. But if we are here to pinpoint on something, the biggest connection, or the most purest, most strongest, most eternal connection that is shared is between you and your counterpart. So no one has a right to poison such a blessing and separate two people divine is willing to bring together. No one can do so. It was a test. All of you were getting tested. These people failed. All of their tests even failed to recognize the opportunities and the chances to bring positive changes in their life and in their attitude. So now this is what's going to happen. Okay, the mother figure may just, pass away naturally, or is just going to get taken away from her son's life, because she has made sure that she, not made sure, I need to put it in a different way. She has done enough of her wrongdoings and she has wrecked enough of lives, and that's it. She's adding, or was adding, way too much negativity into people's lives, into their minds. She has been really abusive, really controlling, really manipulative, really nasty in some situations or cases. So now it's over, will be over real soon, and she'll just have to leave. That's it. Because the reason is that she crossed all of her limits. So now there is nothing divine can do because she is not listening. She's not paying any attention to the signs, synchronicities, and the warnings. So there is nothing that can happen now. The only thing that can happen is that she gets taken away or just leaves this realm and finds a new path. That's it. The friends are just going to lose anything and everything they love the most. If there is someone who is in love with another person, that person is going to get taken away from them. If they are married, divorce is sure and certain, and they wrote it in their destiny. They did that all to themselves by destroying your connection, or by looking down at you or on your connection, by judging your connection, which ultimately led to this downfall of your supposed relationship, which was about to bloom in the physical reality. They won't be able to escape or run away from these changes that are coming in their life. Anything, it's not just a relationship, anything these people want, love, wish for is going to get taken away from their lives. And that's how they are going to find themselves in a similar situation or phase of life where they're going to be able to empathize with your emotions and the state, the phase actually you had to go through, all because of them. Now, this was about the mother figure and the friends who were responsible for this demise of your spiritual soul connection. Now we are going to talk about the father figure and this person, this other lady. I'm talking about the lady because I was shown the involvement of the lady. I'm not going to talk about the involvement of another man if you are dealing with a woman, okay? But overall, if you like to take it as energies, then you can. So if there was another woman who came in between both of you and your counterpart, by manipulating things or by using her power, position, authority, or anything like money, fame, fortune, contacts, things like that. And if there was a father figure, or there is, who simply denied or, rejected you to be entered in their family or accepted because of some background differences or, cultural differences, religious differences even. In India, caste could be a prominent issue, which is fed into people's mind to such an extent they cannot look beyond and further than that. That could be a case, especially for Indians or, neighboring countries where this issue is really prominent and apparent. That might be an issue. But above all, these two people were operating, or I shouldn't be saying operating, these two people turned into demons actually. They started to act and behave like those demons you may have heard stories of, which ultimately got slayed by the divine feminine, ultimate divine feminine goddesses and the power, which rules over, governs, directs, creates, and then destroys everything in this universe. Because the depiction that was shown, the picture that was shown, the symbolic message that came for these two people as to how they are going to receive their karma or how they're going to be put into their places is a depiction of a demon getting slayed by a divine feminine energy. a goddess. You don't have to relate to a particular religion, just look at the symbolism and the depiction. A divine feminine empowered slaying the demon in order to set the structure, bring in a positive change, eliminate negativity, evil, and injustices, and bring order and justice, and deliver what's meant to be delivered to the right person it belongs to. I hope it makes sense to you now. So, this is what's going to happen with these two people. It can go in any which direction your mind can comprehend. These two people, this father figure and this lady in particular, may have started to act or behave in a really cruel, wicked, evil, and atrocious manner where they became completely ignorant of what's right and what's wrong. In the first situation, the mother figure and the friends were acting really, really mean and selfish. Okay, that was their issue. But these two people turned into, or in other words, started to, act and behave like demons. So when someone crosses all of their limits, they have to be put into their places. And sometimes this is the only way such people receive their ultimate karma. They have to be completely removed, or they have to be put into their places. You don't have to take it in a literal sense. Learn to decipher the meaning. This may simply mean that the coming changes may bring such upheaval into these people's lives that kills their inner demons from inside. Something may happen where they're going to be made to face such empowered feminine individuals or energies, which is going to destroy all of their ignorance, their wickedness, their evilness, if that's a word. I don't know about that, if that's even a word. Their atrociousness, their pride, their arrogance, their greed, their lust. Lust is highlighted here. And anything that you can associate with a devilish entity or a demonic presence or entity. You get my point? This is what's going to happen. In some of your cases, I can tell you that if not anyone else, you might become the person who's going to put these people into their places. I don't know how. I really don't know. At present, I don't know. But it is a possibility that I can see happening. For that, you'll really have to raise your vibrations and walk your talk. Preach what you teach. Okay? Anything can happen now. Anything. Expect the unexpected. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how these people are going to be brought down onto their knees, or something is definitely going to happen, which is going to happen on a larger scale, which is going to have a very big impact into these people's lives as well as yours. But I do not see that as much as I see that these people are going to definitely pay the price for what it is they have done. But apart from that, the coming changes are really going to shake their world completely, like they shook yours. So use your intuition, use your own discernment and wisdom to understand, decipher, and interpret the messages that I gave you today. But something is about to happen, something very, very big. Receiving a depiction of a divine feminine power slaying a demon is not anything small. It's not that insignificant. Okay, it's very, very big. So keep all of these things in your mind now and have this inner knowing that divine powers are backing you up with their support, assistance, protection, and anything else that you may need. I got reminded of one more thing. This statement was given that Every time when darkness starts to rule over people's mind or their heart, God intervenes. This came as a message. You may have already heard stories about this and how it all came true in the past in mythological stories or any other story that your parents, your grandparents, or teachers may have recited to you. You'd know that better. But this was shown, so I'm putting it out for all of you. Okay, so these were your channel messages or the channeling, whatever you'd like to label them. I hope these messages bring you a knowing that there are powers, higher powers, which look over you, which are watching over you, and they ultimately do and deliver justice in the favor of the righteous one. So this is how you're going to get your justice. When and how, I do not know. So leave it up to divine and surrender all of your worries. It's not like your counterpart would escape or is going to get allowed to get away with what they did. No. We'll talk about that later, not in this audio. Some other time about that. So for now, that's all. I'll be back again till that time. Please take care of yourself and your loved ones, okay? Bye-bye.